A man who is believed to have been involved in a terrorist attack has been shot dead by police in London. Two men are said to have been stabbed by that man before he was shot by police. Ollie Barrett has more details on that story. He joins us now live. Ollie, what's the latest that you have on your side?
We know from police that this started unfolding shortly after 2 p.m. local time Sunday afternoon in Streatham in South London. That's 4 p.m. in South Africa. Eyewitnesses talk of a man in Streatham in South London who was making his way around a busy shopping street, attacking passers-by with what some describe as a knife and others describe as a machete, a bladed weapon of some sort. Shortly after that, armed police arrived on the scene. Eyewitnesses described several shots being fired at the man, and police have now told us that the suspect in this incident was pronounced dead at the scene. So this suspect shot dead by armed police officers. Police have also told us in a statement that they believe that 2 people are injured in the stabbings that took place before this suspect was shot dead by police. Certainly eyewitnesses had been talking about him attacking a number of people in the Streatham area. Police are saying that they are treating this incident as terrorism related. We've also heard that from the Prime Minister Boris Johnson as well, and investigations continue, and we expect an update from police at some point in the not too distant future about the conditions of the 2 people that were injured in this incident.
And all the more shocking just because it comes just 2 months after that incident on London Bridge. 2 people left dead there, 3 others also injured.
That's right, and so therefore some parallels are being drawn about the similarities that we are seeing in this attack, and clearly investigations will be underway now into the suspect who has died, what kind of motivations there might have been behind this attack. Certainly sources are reporting that police are working on the basis at the moment that this was what you would describe as an Islamist terrorist related incident. Police will want to know whether the attacker had any accomplices, had been talking to anyone else about this attack, had been planning it along with anyone else. But in terms of the safety to the public at the moment, police are saying that they do believe that this is an incident now that has been contained, i.e. they believe that there is no further immediate danger to the public at this time. A huge police and ambulance resources dedicated to the scene after this incident unfolded. People were being told to get away, roads being closed down as well to isolate the area. Streatham, as I say, in South London would have been very, very busy at that time of a Sunday afternoon. This was an attack that was carried out on a busy shopping street. There would have been a lot of people around, potentially caught up in this incident, but also witnessing it. And clearly police will want to speak to as many of those people as possible about what they saw as they try and piece together exactly what happened, the motivations behind it. And as I say, as we wait for updates on the condition of those 2 victims.
Yeah, Ollie, I mean, has there been talk just from police, from the people who do research into the kinds of knife offences in England over, say, the past few years, the past few months, whether this is cause for concern, whether we are seeing a really sharp rise in these incidents?
Well, we need to separate those things out, really. There has been a rise recently in knife crime in London. That is of great concern to police here in the British capital, to the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. The government at national level has been called on to try and make progress on that area as well. Boris Johnson himself, the Prime Minister, has spoken frequently about his wish to get on top of rising knife crime and stabbing incidents in the British capital. If this is a terrorist-related incident, it's therefore going to be treated slightly differently. There haven't been what you would call numerous stabbing incidents over the last few years. There have been several of them, several terrorist attacks in London, but also elsewhere in the UK as well. We've seen a hideous attack in Manchester too, of course, in recent years. So yes, knife crime is something that British police are very concerned about. Terrorism is clearly one of their major priorities as well. One of the difficulties with incidents like this and with getting on top of incidents like this is that it really doesn't require huge amounts of planning or funding to attack people with a knife that you could find in potentially any kitchen up and down the country. It does make these lone wolf attacks, if that is indeed what this is, very difficult for police to get on top of.
With the latest on that story, live to us there from London, that's my colleague Ollie Barrett. A man who is believed to have been involved in a suspected terrorist attack has been shot dead by London police. The two men who have been stabbed by this person, we still don't know just what the situation is with them. Ollie Barrett telling us that police are set to give an update on that in the coming hours, I suppose.